Action on 2K Sport. There's always going to be player movement in the offseason. I have to imagine some of those guys are still meshing with their new team, Grant.
Well, it depends on the player, B.A. With young guys, it can take more time to adapt. But for the veterans, they know what their game is about by this point.
The starters for Utah. Filipowski out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then there's George. And it's Williams King in at the 2. 4 on the clock. George's shot is off. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. And here's Simons outside. The rebound by Filipowski. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said, we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Back over to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Brown. Rebound, Utah.
0 for 3 from the field. The offense is still trying to find its bearings.
Utah with another miss. The Celtics have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. And it's Simons missing.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Williams King can't get it to go. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. White for 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
Well, it took them 5 tries, but they showed they can make a basket, I guess.
Pass to Filipowski. It's stolen by Tatum. Now here's White. Here's Simons. And here's Tatum. Outside White. Off target from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Smooth. Pass to Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And they call an illegal screen here. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. 5th best, Utah.
You can see the emphasis they put on rebounding. Such a huge part of their game, and one that they didn't ignore.
The Jazz have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans, but all-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league, or they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Now here's George. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. Kessler passes to Smooth. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Utah shooting their first free throw of the night. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
White on the wing, out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
The Jazz have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Williams King. To the left wing. Markkanen outside. 5 to shoot. And George launches it from deep. And another miss by Utah.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Garza. Good D by Kessler. Utah has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Williams King uses the glass on the layup. Williams King's got 5 now.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pass to White. Back to Tatum. shoots over Filipowski. Tatum gets the bucket.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
Kessler passes. To Smooth. And here's Markkanen, defended by Brown. Pass to Williams King. Shoots over White. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on White. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Greg. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
And that's good as he hits both shots. You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season, RJ.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that, but there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
Pass to Williams King. Here's Filipowski. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Simons outside. Outside, Brown. Right at the free throw line. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Utah's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Pass to Markkanen. Brown with the steal. Here's Tatum. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got his second bucket on the night.
The defense must be aware of where Tatum is, especially when he's roaming around that mid-range.
Here's Williams King. George passes to Smooth. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. And another miss by Utah.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Here's White. On target from about 13 feet. White's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Pass to George. And the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Boston has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Outside Tatum. There's the triple. He buries it from 3. Tatum's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Williams King. Now here's George. He's covered by Simons. Markkanen sets a screen for 3. George, he's got it. Just 2 of 7 from the field, though.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Simons outside. Back to Tatum. The kick out to White. Lets it fly. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his passing.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cadis checked in for Garza. Boucher comes in for Jaylen Brown. Shireman's checked in for White. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Simons. Then for Utah, Sensabaugh's checked in for Filipowski. And Bailey subbed in for George.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Kessler. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Utah moving the ball around. The 11-footer will not go. Misses off the front iron. Celtics lead by 4. Pass to Pritchard. Fires from deep. The rebound by Markkanen.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
To the middle. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Tatum, good. Tatum's got 11 points.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, man.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Walsh is checked in for Jason Tatum. Deflected! Driving in. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. Here's Shireman. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Williams King. And it's Boucher with the rebound. A minute 31 left in the first quarter. Here's Shireman. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Pritchard. Shoots over Bailey. Boston again missing. Utah's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. And they're pushing it up. Here's Pritchard. Oh, Kessler with the block. And that's out of bounds. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. To the inside. Here's Queta. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. Jazz trail by 9. So on the floor for Utah, Bailey out there with Filipowski. Then there's George. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Williams King in a 2-guard. Count it. Good.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
And here's Brown. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Pass to Shireman. The 3-ball. Utah grabs the miss. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Yeah, they seemed unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
Boston with the ball. After the basket by Utah, it's Brown on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's George. 5 points in the game.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Now Tatum. Outside, Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Back to you, Brian.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie.
A big-time slam right there by Bailey. You know, good to see this young man play with such authority.
Pritchard surviving the D. Pass to Brown. Jaylen Brown gets it to fall.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And some changes here for the Celtics. Garza's checked in for Queta. White comes in for Boucher. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. And Utah with a change here too. Kessler's checked in. Williams King. And there's a pick. George outside. Three-pointer. Pass to Bailey. Up top, George. 7 points in the game. Basket counts. George has got 9.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Outside, Brown. Shoots over Bailey. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's Filipowski. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Bailey. He had 9 points in his last time out. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Williams King. He's guarded by White. George for 3. George with another miss.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Tatum finds Simons. Let's go with a 3. Fires hitting the triple. And now it's a 6-point Boston lead.
Man, this is why you want Simons on the floor. I mean, he can really stretch it.
Kessler passes to Filipowski. Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Bailey. Here's Williams King. He's guarded by White. Here's Williams King. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Outside, Brown. Now here's Tatum for 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 5 assists in the game. White with a steal. Pass to Brown from behind the arc. Back to White. Puts the move on. All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, really their whole team. But Shai, he's just special to watch.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. That's good from White.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Boston making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. It's both from the stripe. The floor is spaced for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But we live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
Now here's Markkanen. Here's Williams King. Markkanen finds Kessler. Here's Williams King. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Simons passes to Garza. Outside White. Pass to Tatum. The 3 is up. They get it again. The shot by Garza, no good.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Smooth pass to Filipowski.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Tatum looking it over. And here's Simons outside. And the three-pointer goes. Simons has got 6 in the quarter.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Kicks it to George. Markkanen against White. Markkanen, the pass to Filipowski. Here's Williams King. And it's in there. Williams King's got 15 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
On the wing, Simons. To the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Williams King, no good on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Pritchard, the 3 is up. Utah with the rebound. George has got 4 rebounds in the game.
Still searching for his first bucket. You wonder how far ahead they'd be if he was playing anywhere near his full potential. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Lets it fly. Simon's shot is good. He's got 10.
And after struggling out the gate, he's looked more confident. And it's why his teammates have continued to feed him.
Pass to Filipowski. George outside. Here's Williams King. From deep. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Now here's White. He's got 11. Some solid defense from Markkanen. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. Trailing by 5. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
Boston has gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Outside Tatum. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
It could go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Boston out in front. They lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot to beat. Their measurement of the shot.
Hello, everybody.
I only have 2 words for you. Elbow, damage. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie, I said damage.
They've had some success, but they've been counterpunched at times as well. And with a moment here, time to give our compliments to the players of the week. For the Western Conference, Nikola Jokic.
For the Joker, last laugh is typically on the opponent. No one has been able to slow him down lately. Also, on and off.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Brown. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Anthony Simons out there with Derek White. And it's Garza in at the 5 down low. That's the Boston 5. Utah trailing here. George passes to Smooth. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Outside, Brown. With the tip. Great positioning on the putback. Garza's got his second bucket of the night.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Now here's Markkanen. It counts! And the foul! Jaylen Brown picks one up.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
Here's Garza. And it's Simons missing.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
Pass to Williams King. Utah moving the ball around. And here's George. 5 on the clock. Filipowski up top. Here's Williams King. Misses the 3. For Boston, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And count it! The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. For Utah, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Smooth, pass to Filipowski. They set the screen. Here's Williams King. He's guarded by White. It's stolen by Tatum. And Boston pushing it up now. The shot by Garza, no good. The Jazz shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Well, Richard, some stars are the system, but Jason Tatum is often admired as a selfless system player.
Yeah, Jason enjoys being a piece of the greater puzzle. He doesn't have to have everything run through him, and I know that makes his teammates happy.
The Celtics with the lead. Simons deciding where to go with it. Here's White. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And here's what the Utah Jazz schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that game against Indiana, that one might be worth keeping an eye on. It's always a great matchup when those teams face off.
And the second free throw is good. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Markkanen outside. Pass to Williams King. Over White. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. The Celtics second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Outside Tatum. shot misses. Some solid defense from Filipowski. Here's Williams King. An easy 2 on the layup. Williams King's got 4 points in the quarter.
At point blank range, oh yeah, you're not missing from there.
Brown with it, and Kessler picks him up defensively. From the arc. Brown, no good.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to George. Here's Williams King. It's stolen by Tatum. Now here's Simons. 10 points for him. Now here's Tatum. Fires the 3. Oh, Tatum's triple is pure.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Pass to Williams King. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Now here's Brown. 9 points in the game. White on the wing. Now Simons. George defending. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Tatum. Second chance effort. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
We see this from Tatum often, and it never gets old. Just scoring at will.
Smooth. Pass to Filipowski. Filipowski sets a screen. Markkanen outside. Pass to Filipowski. George outside. Shoots over Simons. George, no good. Boston leading by 4. Outside Tatum. Outside White. And the 3 off target. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Now here's Simons. 10 points for him. And here's Brown for 3. Here's Garza. That one goes in. Garza's got 6.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Pass to George. And he lobs it up to the rim. And finished off by Kessler.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover, but you still have to finish.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Ryan, back over to you.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Here's Williams King. He's guarded by White. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Want to create a good look? Yeah, just get the ball to Tatum out in space.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. A minute 42 left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Walsh. And here's Pritchard. Here's Walsh. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 to shoot. For the lead. Pritchard, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And stolen by Boucher. Here's Walsh. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Utah has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Williams King, and he banks in the layup. Williams King's got 10 points in just the second half.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Pass to Shireman. And here's Boucher, defended by Nie. Boucher, no good. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bailey. To the right side. Here's Williams King. Knocks down the long J. Now it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Boucher on the screen. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Utah leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We'll be right back after this word. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So the Utah 5 right now. Jusuf Nurkic is out there with Georges Niang. Then it's Bailey, and it's Sensabaugh in at the point guard position. Here's Williams King. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Bailey. Here's the 3. Queta pulls it in.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside, Brown. Now here's Boucher, defended by Niang. And the basket by Boucher.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Here's Williams King. Pass to Nurkic. And that one drops. And the Jazz lead by 6.
At 7 feet, getting in Nurkic's way this close is hard to do.
Outside, Brown. And there's the screen. Inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Jazz leading by 4. Here's Williams King. To the middle. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And for the Celtics, they're shooting only 42%. Here's Brown. Utah grabs the miss.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Now here's Pritchard. Queta tries yet again, and he lays it in. Queta's got 4 points this quarter.
The way they've hit the offensive boards in the second half, you would think they're the team that's leading.
Here's Williams King, and he makes it.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Now here's Pritchard. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Yes, Peyton Pritchard doing it at the NBA level. But he was a beast in the college ranks too, Richard.
All-time leader in games played, minutes, and assists in his conference. The only player to reach 1,900 points, 600 assists, and 500 rebounds in the conference. You know, that's pretty tough.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Williams King gets the bucket.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Utah leading by 7. Utah moving the ball around. Kessler passes to Niang. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Down low. Kick out to Brown. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
Brown, now an elite scorer in this league, really does it all.
And it's Utah with the ball. 6-point game. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Pass to Williams-King. Here's Sensabaugh, hounded by Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Launches a three. Sensabaugh, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Three-pointer Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Tatum with a steal. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Here's Boucher for three. And it's Niang with a rebound.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Williams-King's got 43 points.
He's delivering for his team when it matters most.
To the paint. Here's Keita. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Pass to Bailey. Here's Williams-King. Niang outside. Here's Bailey. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Williams-King. Hounded by Tatum. Releases. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And some changes here for the Celtics. Garza's checked in for Keita. Derek White comes in for Boucher. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. Then for Utah, Filipowski, he's checked in for Niang. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Bailey. And it's Keontae George in for Sensabaugh. Here's Williams-King. George outside. Pass to Williams-King. Shoots over White. Kicks it to George. Now here's Markkanen. It's Markkanen scoring inside.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area. Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Jazz leading by 8. Pass to George. Takes the three. Pure from three-point range.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
With the crossover, Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
And it's Simons with the ball for Boston. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
That one goes. Count it.
And Simons is a shoot-first kind of player, especially when he's operating from the mid-range.
Here's Williams-King to the inside. "20 feet out. Garza grabs the board. Garza's got 5 rebounds in the game. White for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
After sinking one triple in the first quarter, he nails another one in the second quarter. He's got it going on.
Here's Williams-King. George outside. Puts up a 3. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Tatum. Utah grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. And that'll be the 4th game of this 5-game road trip. Here's Williams-King. That one is off. Here's Brown. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And Brown is a talented scorer who also excels at drawing fouls.
So he gets them both. Here's Williams King. Filipowski with it. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Williams King. Over White. And another miss by Utah. Celtics trail by 6. And here's Tatum. Simons outside. On target from range. Simons got 5 points now this quarter.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
George outside. Shoots over Simons. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
There's Tatum with the 3. Utah grabs the miss. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight and really strong at the line since the break.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul, 4th team foul.
That's good from White.
Derek White at the line for 2 shots.
White hits them both. Jazz leading by 5. And he drops the first.
At the line for the Jazz, taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the strike. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. For 3. Kessler with a rebound.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Cleared away by White. And the Celtics shooting right below 40% here in the 4th. Here's a pass to Tatum. White outside from downtown. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
They set a pick. Now Markkanen. Here's Williams King. Shoots. Another one goes. Incredible! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Outside Tatum. Here's the pass to Brown. Six on the shot clock. Here's Simons. He launches. Oh, it misses!
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The 3-point stroke is off.
Here's Williams King. He's guarded by White. Cleared away by White. Celtics trail by 6. Tatum outside. Fires the 3. Kessler with a rebound.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
He gets it to go.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
Tatum. Tatum showing off the strength.
And if anybody didn't know, Jason Tatum has that killer instinct just coming out in a big way.
Here's Markkanen. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Williams King. He's guarded by White. Markkanen fires. No good from three.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
White. Yes, sir, with the three.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every three he takes now is going in. Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game. In the clutch, Brown is someone you rely on, and he knows how to find his team points in a hurry.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
We'll see what they draw up. Three-pointer is a must.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one, and that's out of bounds. Last touch by Filipowski. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. And they barely